All right, welcome back to JM4 Tactical Live Podcast. And what we're going to do is that's actually going to air on other things, and we're going to talk about stupid people today.
We all love talking about that.
Yes. This, of course, is our videographer, Keifer.
Howdy.
And our new addition, Bob.
Oh, yeah, Bob.
Bob's got to be with us today. Yeah.
Say hi to Bob.
Bob's a good guy.
Really?
Bob's not stupid. At least he is actually smarter than the people we're fixing to talk about. We all know today's show is brought to you by JM4 Tactical, and we also sell coffee. And here's our coffee commercial.
Roasted in Texas by Texans, a 2A company, JM4 Tactical Coffee, changing the way you start your day.
And you gotta love our holsters because, you know, we're all not politically correct here.
Did you bring protection?
I left it at home. It's just a little uncomfortable.
Sounds like you've never used JM4 Tactical before. Lined with leather for your pleasure. JM4 Tactical's magnetic holsters keep your piece securely in place without the need for a belt. So when you slide it in...
Feels like there's nothing there.
Click the link to get your hands on your own holster or go to jm4tactical.com.
Oh man, that commercial. We knew what we were doing when we released that one. So anyways, Keifer's going to be joining me today, and we're going to talk about some things, mainly about people not making the right choices and people that Bob is actually smarter than. For real, these people are way out there. Like I said, this is Keifer and Bob. Bob don't talk much.
Yeah, Bob don't talk much.
He's the silent type, which those are usually the scary ones.
Ain't that right, Bob?
Yeah. Keifer actually did the whole Will Smith slap on him yesterday.
Yes,
it's on TikTok.
it's on TikTok, so check it out.
It
JM4
was
Tactical TikTok.
my wife was scrolling. She's like, "What the hell is this?"
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
All right. Well, first and foremost, we're going to talk about a story that was written on Ammo Land by a good friend of mine, John Crump. Yes, Crump. There was a news agency that actually works for NBC. They were out, I think, Washington, and they went to Pennsylvania, and they actually bought a lower 80. They bought two of them. Well, then they turned them over to this whole documentary about how easy it is to buy guns. Then they turned them over to the AG's office. Completely, I guess they were completely finished, or they were going to they finished them.
Yeah.
And there was a whole story about it. And then the AG's office actually filmed it on camera, them firing them. So now those are legit firearms. Well, what they did was you can't transfer, and if you're from out of state, and the way it read here in Crump, the Second Amendment Foundation is calling for an investigation. They want an investigation on the AG's office, on the news crew. I mean, because they committed a felony, plain and simple, trying to prove how easy it was to buy guns. But yet they broke every law in the book doing it. I mean, how smart can you actually be for that one? So anyways, according to Crump's report, the news crew transferred two complete readily convertible kits out of parts they purchased separately at the show. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, what's ATF? Let's just go ATF. Previously viewed the buy, build, shoot kits as readily convertible and therefore a firearm. If ATF still keeps the definition, Hillard is the NBC news anchor that was trying to basically say it was really easy to buy guns and broke every law in the book. Hillard, an out-of-state resident, transferred two readily convertible firearms pistol kits illegally to the Pennsylvania AG's employees to complete. Okay? That's against the law. I mean, we all know that. You know that. I know this. You can't do that unless you work for NBC.
Yeah, I guess. If you're a reporter.
Or the AG's office.
You're exempt.
I mean, but there's no law that exempts AG's office from this. So this needs to be brought to light. These people need to be investigated. I mean, if it was me, you, him, Bob, Bob's a good guy. We would be prosecuted, plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
We would be prosecuted. The things that the things that we're going to talk about another one here in a minute, but they would put us in jail, plain and simple. I mean, that's just the way it would go. I mean, they wouldn't even think twice. But I guess
there's just a lot of people out there that think that because of what they do, what position they hold, whatever,
is above the law.
They're above the law, which it's very funny because there's actually a good amount of topics that we have that are specifically about people like that.
People think they're above the law.
And it's ridiculous.
And it's crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. How's the beard stuff going?
Oh my gosh. It's working. It's working. I'm trying to get my sides a bit, but all I got really going on is this little thing.
See, I ordered this stuff from the beard club, right? Because I needed to grow a beard. Well, everybody knows I'm half Mexican. I can't grow a beard. I get spots. So I started growing a beard. Well, it was like patches, and it was white. And then I got a little longer. And
it was like, peppered. I wouldn't say it was straight white.
I was so excited. Got a little bit of gray in there. And then my wife, she come to me and she says, "You know who you remind me of?" And I was like, "No." She said, "Do you know that meme where that old man is sitting at the computer, like smiling?" We all know the meme.
Hold on. I really want to pull up the picture.
No. I immediately that evening went to the bathroom and shaved. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. Of course, you can still see the gray here. It looks even gray. But I shaved, and I was like, I've got to get this shaved. Because I don't want them.
I'm gonna see if I can pull it up close to the camera.
Oh my gosh! Oh, don't do it.
No.
Everybody knows the meme, right? No, you gotta. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, anywho, it looks like that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So I shaved. Now I've got all this beard stuff. I've got to get to Keifer. See if he can grow his beard because he's trying.
Keyword trying.
Now let's talk about our next guy that Bob is smarter than.
Stupid person.
The mayor of Hartford, Wisconsin.
Yeah, mayor.
Anybody heard about this one? All right. Well, anyways, the mayor of Wisconsin, he goes to a board meeting. He's not supposed to be carrying, and he reaches down to shake somebody's hand, and his gun falls out.
Just right there. First of all, horrible holster.
He's in a gun-free zone. Horrible holster. Well, apparently the gun was still in the holster, laying on the ground.
Yeah.
The witness went up and thought it was actually a cell phone until they picked it up and realized it was a gun. And the mayor actually, he thought that he could carry in to the board meeting in a gun-free zone because he was the mayor.
Yeah.
He was exempt. He was the mayor.
Supposedly exempt.
Okay. So the kicker is this is not the first time this mayor has dropped a gun. There was another incident where he dropped a gun also.
And that one was actually caught on camera.
Yeah, I remember rolling across the floor.
Well,
this is his second gun he's dropped. So I guess he's just walking around with crappy holsters and just dropping guns.
And what happened with the quality Herman Oak leather of a JM4 tactical holster?
That's right.
So, wait, I gotta do the magnet thing. All right, there we go.
Yeah. Anyways, the mayor's excuse was he thought he was exempt from the law since he was the mayor. Well, he is under investigation. And they also found out that his concealed carry license was expired. So I guess he thought he was exempt from having that in Wisconsin also.
Yeah, didn't even bother. The moment he became mayor, he was like, "Oh, I'll just let that one expire." Goodness.
Yeah, you're right, Derek. They expect the people to follow the rules, but they don't follow the rules themselves. You're exactly right.
Exactly.
And then they want to go and they want to, like I said, at the starting of this, Bob is smarter than these people.
Yeah, being an idiot does not exclude him from the law. Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, that's coming from Derek. It doesn't, but they seem to think it does. The more power they get, the more bigger they get in office. They seem to think that they have more power, and laws don't apply to them because they're in a position of authority.
They get to wear a suit and tie. That's why.
Yeah, you're right, Derek. If he had a JM4 holster, he wouldn't have to be worrying about that.
Thank you, Derek. Oh God.
A little echo, guys. We got a little echo. Sue. Well, hey, we actually are running free shipping right now. Free shipping. So on anything that's over $50.
Okay. Yeah, no, we're just starting out this podcast. We're still trying to work out the kinks in the sound and whatnot. So hopefully here soon I'll be able to get some good software and get the sound going.
I don't know why we don't have good software already.
Also, we still got to line the walls, got to put some soundproof panels on.
They said they don't hear an echo.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we're trying to get some other stuff done, and like I said, this is
Still a work in progress.
We are. This is what, like our 4th episode.
Well, fourth live stream, but we still have a couple episodes out. In fact, there's a couple episodes that y'all that are only on our actual audio podcast, which you can go and check out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
We have a really good one on there. We brought POP, Parental Predators, how to protect your children from internet creeps.
So yeah, how to identify child
predators before they get to your children, stuff like that.
I tell you what, there's a lot of stuff that me and Chad actually learned from that podcast.
I went straight home and I told my son, "Hand me your phone." He handed me my phone, and his phone. I went straight in there, started looking in that file, and I was like,
"And he was good, right? He was good.
He was good.
Okay, good.
But it was locked. It was locked.
Oh, okay.
You need to go back and watch that video. It was locked, and I said, "Open your phone." And he pushed his little lock. First, he said, I don't know the passcode. I said, "You better remember it. You got about 10 seconds." And he remembered it all of a sudden, first try. Oh my gosh. And it opened up, and it was like, there was nothing there. And I was like, oh, thank you.
Okay, thank God.
Because I mean, that's pretty serious, and that's where kids hide things. So we talked a little bit about the mayor and his great achievements. Of he likes to drop guns.
He's just got guns coming out of his waistband.
Here's our next one. Our next victim we're going to talk about. Not victim on the show.
Yeah.
This one, Bob, you are smarter than this one.
Mm-hmm.
So another place in Wisconsin. Yes. This is Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
This is double Wisconsin.
So,
anyways, there was a man sitting in Wisconsin. He was sitting in his car. He was in the pickup line at the school, and this lady, I guess, in a Mercedes, pulled up in front of him and was blocking, I guess, an entrance lane or something.
She decided to park in a crosswalk, but it was only just going to take a minute.
Yeah, so he told her she couldn't park there. She responds that she'll just be a minute. He replied that he didn't care because she almost hit his car. I mean, that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
And her response is, "You will care when I shoot you."
And then, and she pulls her gun, points it at him, but then very quickly realized that, oops.
So, yeah, she pointed a revolver at him.
Was it a revolver?
Yeah, it was a revolver. So
people think
they jumped in. She jumped in her car and hauled butt. So I guess she was real quick. So she took off. They found her at her apartment. The man got her license plate number and everything.
Oh no, she said it was a toy gun at first. Yeah, told the officers that it was a toy gun, and lo and behold, no. But she did have a license to carry, which is going to be taking a ticket.
They searched her car and found a real gun, the revolver that she had pointed at the man. I mean, in that situation, there's a lot of people, and she's very lucky that individual was not armed, because that is threatening somebody's life. You pull a gun on somebody, you're an aggressor. You are looked at as an aggressor. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can't just walk around and think because you have a permit to carry or your state's permitless carry that you can just pull a gun on somebody, because they have a right now to defend their life.
Exactly.
I mean,
if someone pointed a gun at me, just, oh, you will when I shoot you.
yeah, the man got out of his car, said you can't park there. You almost hit my car, blah, blah, blah. But for her words to say right here, you will care when I shoot you, that shows that she's the aggressor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 100%.
Those words. So you have to watch what you say out in public. Watch what you say on the internet. You've got to be careful out there, because anything and everything will be used against you. Well, everything will be used against you.
Yeah, everything.
All your social media posts, all your stuff like that. If they can dig it up, they will find it.
Exactly.
Look at Kyle Rittenhouse. They brought up 4 doors more.
His gamer tag, or no? That was like his Instagram handle.
What did that seriously have to do with his case?
Oh, he was a bad kid.
The prosecutors thought it had to do with his character, and all of us sitting at home were like, "What?
Seriously?
17 years old. I've seen my kids do and write some stupid stuff."
I went through my Facebook like a couple of times throughout college and just saw the stuff I posted in, pretty sure I got a social media in middle school. And man, I posted some stupid stuff.
I post some stupid stuff, but I go right back and delete it.
Yeah. That's what I went through. I went through and I deleted all those things. And of course, there's probably someone else out there that's like, well, I still got it. Because of course, once it's on the internet, it's on there forever.
I'll see somebody post something really stupid,
mm-hmm.
or make a really stupid comment, and I'm like, I'll go in and post something, and then it's like, maybe I don't need to post that, so I'll go in and delete it.
He'll like come into everybody's office and just ask if do you think this is okay to post?
Well, you need to go. Hey, Eric, go on our website.
Mm-hmm.
We've got free shipping. Pick up a holster. And grab you a bag of coffee. Because right now, hey, our exotic hunt is actually coming up to an end.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of April. So you've got to get, it's five entries for every $1 you spend. To get entered, and you can enter if you're in New York and
mm-hmm.
Florida. We're bonded
to
run this contest in both states. So if you're in New York or in all 50 states, you can live in all 50 states. We are bonded, and get entered into this contest. And we've got a third-party company running everything and writing all the rules and doing writing the bonds and making sure that we're legal in all 50 states and everything. And they've done a phenomenal job, and they're calculating, and they'll be the ones that actually pick. I don't know how they pick it. It's on the website, but they actually pick, I think, 3 or 4 days after the contest ends, and then they contact the winner. But it's $8,800 giveaway. And then you're talking about stuff from, WNC Guns right here in Abilene, Texas. If you're looking for parts or you're looking for things, go check out WNC Guns website. They can ship anywhere. They can pretty much find anything. Give them a call. And also concealedcarry.com. We got a $250 IFAC bag from them as part of the giveaway. But it's like $8,800 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And for you and a friend.
Interesting question. Justin Clay asks, you can't pull a gun in self-defense at a school, can you?
Okay, that goes into federal law. Okay, federal law, and y'all can research this, and I'll remember the federal code. Federal law says that federal gun-free zones are within you can't have a gun accessible if you're within 1,000 feet of a school unless you live, travel, or have a business. Now, there's also an exception to that. If you have a license to carry or a concealed carry, if you have a carry permit from the state that the school zone you are in, you are allowed to have a gun accessible to you in your vehicle. That's federal law. All right, that's federal law saying. So some of y'all out there are like constitutional, or some of these permitless carriers, y'all need to look into that. And I want y'all to look into it because I don't remember the code, but it is a it's federal gun free zone.
Just always look at your local law.
Well, not local. This is
Local.
federal.
Oh, federal. Okay.
Federal law. So, but you have to have a license to carry from that state. So,
Okay.
in my opinion, if somebody pulled a gun on me in a parking lot and I was not an aggressor, I mean, it just really depends on the circumstance. If I mean, that's a dangerous situation. That's a very dangerous situation because you've got kids, you've got parents standing or around, you've got other parents in parked cars, you've got a whole lot going on for you to start a shootout in the school zone. I mean, and it goes back to that mall shooting. Okay, there was a couple of guys, and we actually have a video of that. And there was a couple of guys robbed a jewelry store down in San Antonio back in 2017. Well, a concealed carrier went to stop the shooting or stop the robbery. So he pulled his gun, got into a gunfire with the bad guys. Bad guys shot back and killed an innocent bystander. Okay. The bad guys shot him, not the concealed carrier. The concealed carrier was sued and he settled out of court. He was sued. So you have to take that in play also. I mean, you could be financially liable, and that's one of the reasons I use USCCA. But you could be financially liable for the bad guy shooting somebody if you start a shootout. I mean, that's reality we live in right now.
And Derek, let's be real, nothing's ever going to stop this stupidity. There's always going to be stupid people out there breaking the law, just thinking that they're on top of the world, taking advantage of innocent bystanders. So yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate truths that you gotta accept.
Yeah, and I can't tell you when is a good time to draw you have to make that decision. I can tell you, I'm going to try to de-escalate as much as I can, but then there may be a time that you don't have time to de-escalate or defuse the situation or to walk away. There may be that time where you have to make that decision right then, right there, and that is to draw your gun and defend your life or your family. That is, but if I can get myself out of the situation, I'm going to walk away. It's because I don't want all the legal and all the BS and all the, you know what I mean? There's a whole lot that goes with that once you pulled your gun. And especially there's a whole lot more once you've pulled that trigger. So I'm going to do everything I can to get myself out of that situation to de-escalate and be a responsible gun owner. But don't mistaken me for weak. You understand? If I'm put into the position where I have no other choice but to draw, I will. I don't want to, but I will. And every one of y'all out there are probably the same way. You don't want to, but you will. And so I try my best to stay out of a lot of situations and conflicts and things like that. Unfortunately, sometimes it's not our choice, and it just comes to us right in our face and very fast. And that's when you hear about a lot of these self-defense stories. Makes sense? When they're shooting, yeah, I'm going to shoot back. If they're shooting, yeah, it's I mean, yeah. And don't think bad guys don't train. I mean, and we're talking about bad guys. You're thinking of the possibility of, the guy that tries to rob you on the street or break in your house. Okay. What about this lady? I mean, she's driving around in a Mercedes. She's pulled a gun on somebody. Do we consider her a bad guy at this point because she's now threatened the life of a parent that was there to pick up their kid? I mean, is she considered a bad guy in your mind? Yes. She broke the law. And she threatened to kill somebody. Well, threatened to shoot them, not kill them. Because he says right here, you will care when I shoot you. So that's a threat. Along with the gun stuck in his face.
Yeah.
But she's considered a bad guy at this time. I mean, so they're not get that bad guy. Everybody thinks of the bad guy. They've all got this like everybody's got the picture of Bob in prison. You know, you always got that picture of, you know, big bad Billy Bob. Everybody got this picture. Sorry, Bob. Everybody's got this picture of this bad guy in their mind, and they need to get it out because you don't know what it's going to look like. You don't know what it's going to be dressed like. You don't know anything about it.
It's going to be bigger than you, smaller than you.
I mean, you got to get that out of your head because I consider her a bad person.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
says
you.
we're awesome.
I was able to unleash a little bit. If y'all seen my TikToks, you would understand that I've been holding back on these podcasts, and I'm still holding back a little bit.
A little bit,
I'm holding back a lot. So, if you watch my TikToks and go back several weeks, actually, even when I first started, let me tell you about my TikTok story. When I first started, I was bored. I was sitting on my recliner, and I was just, they won't let me have a Twitter. You know, I can't have a Twitter. I'm going to make a TikTok. Never even been on TikTok in my life, but I'm going to make me a TikTok account. So I made a TikTok account, and I called it JM4 Tactical, sitting in my recliner. And my mission was to get kicked off of TikTok. I wanted to see how fast I could get kicked off of TikTok. And now that son of a bitch just pay me.
To think what it was like just one day you had
I got the invite. Yeah, I didn't even apply for it. They invited me.
Mm-hmm.
They invited me. TikTok sent me an invite to sign up to get paid. Now I don't get paid that much. It is like horrible. If you think somebody's living off TikTok money, you're completely wrong. I can't even buy a Big Mac with a week worth of videos. I promise you.
Yeah. In today's world, you got to just keep your head on a swivel. Predators are everywhere.
Yep. They are.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, TikTok. I make like, I don't know, 4 cents for every like 1,000 views, and I get thousands of views. So it takes forever to even make $1. I mean,
I don't understand.
And then the prices of things went up, so I can't even shop off the damn dollar menu at McDonald's now.
Else went everywhere.
I went, okay. After the game the other night, I told my wife, you know, my son had a little late game, and we were, you know, we eat supper. His game, we eat supper a little early, so his game was 8 o'clock, and we didn't get out of there till 10. And I know he was hungry, and we've got my son going through a lot, you know, sports, things like that. So I was really thirsty. I was like, I'm just gonna run through McDonald's and grab a, you know, dollar tea, you know, or whatever. And then, you know, we all got some off the dollar menu, which it was like almost $9. I mean, for 3 teas and 2 McChickens and a McDouble.
That just reminds me whenever just how bad like just the prices are going up. It was whenever gas first started going back up and everybody was freaking out. And I was, you know, low on gas. I had to go get gas during lunch, and I'm like right on E. I pull in, I'm on E. I walk in, and I normally can just put like $10 in it. It's like a little old 2006 white Ford Ranger. I call it my the Ford POS Ranger. But I go in and I tell them. Well, first of all, every single card reader on those pumps did not work. I didn't understand. Anyway, besides the point. I go in, I tell him $10 on pump, blah blah blah, and then he just asked me where I was going, and I was like, that's a bit personal. I'm like, you don't need to know that. I was like, oh, I'm just on lunch. I'm just going around the corner. And he goes, yeah, because that's about as far as you're gonna get with $10. At first, I thought he was just joking. But then I actually go and I put in $10 and I pull out. I'm still on E. Like my light is still on. I just die a little bit on the inside. But I just thought that was the most interesting conversation I've had ever since all the prices have been going up.
They're ridiculous. You know, before I met my wife, me and my son, you know, we were living by ourselves. And I was paying, I don't think I was paying like, we didn't want to go into that, but I was broke. I was poor. I was very poor. Like dollar menu poor. Like I had a recliner in my living room, and we had like 2 plates and 2 cups, and you know, he had a full bedroom set.
That sounded like college.
I mean, I was broke. I mean, I had no money. Like, and I was raising him. He was young. He was 2 years old, and uh, we used to go to McDonald's, and I would get him a Happy Meal, and I would get me something off the dollar menu, and all I had was a TV and a Blu-ray player. I didn't even have a cable, so I would stop by and get a DVD. And they had Redbox. Redbox was just coming out back then, so I would stop by and get a DVD and take it and put it in. We'd watch a movie, and or we would watch reruns. We watch a lot of reruns of stuff of DVDs, and that's back when Blu-ray players were like really cool.
That's back when you actually had to go and pick up your Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sue. Real quick, off topic, but Sue just said the funniest thing. For $10, they should have handed you a cup. For real, Sue. For real.
Probably the small coffee size.
For real. Just like like the kind of cup you get at like the little water tank in the office.
But I remember being able to do that. You know what I mean, and still somewhat survive. And then I met my beautiful wife, Shonalyn, and she was raising 3 boys, and we come together, and she's been in my son's life since he was 3, and of course he's got a good mom, but Shonalyn's helped raise him majority of his life also, and he considers her part, but I remember struggling back then, and gas was cheap. I wouldn't even want to know how it was today. I mean, we're struggling now. I mean, I'm like, gas. This crap's ridiculous. But the dollar menu stuff, I mean, that's true story. I was fighting for custody of my kiddo, and I had no money, and I was doing everything I could to survive and make sure that he had a nice little house to live in, and so it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it worked.
It's memories. Let me tell you something. It was memories that caused me and him to grow a connection like unreal. Like we're like this. I mean, that connection is like this. In fact, I can't even walk without him being right here. And I'm like, Jason. And now he's like my height, and he's only 13. I'm like,
yeah. In the moment anytime he comes into the office, it's just like a second Chad in there. It's great. It's great.
He acts just like me. Yes, no. Oh, anyways, so we are going to try to talk and do these podcasts once a week, like I said, on Wednesdays. We're going to, and we may go to 2 podcasts a week, but we're going to talk about things like this and try to let people know what's going on in the world and some of the things that we should not do. I don't know if y'all know, but we do a lot of firearms training, a whole lot. A lot of people don't know that about JM4 Tactical. I'm a training counselor for USCCA. I do active threat. We work with schools. We work with churches. I have 5 instructors that work here. We run classes, everything from traumatic injury to
beginners
firearms to DSF courses, which is a real Pincus course.
Those are pretty cool.
Live fire. We run, active threat for, we help write EOPs for churches and work with schools.
Ladies self-defense.
We do ladies self-defense.
That's what Bob's here for.
That's what Bob's here.
Well, ladies, y'all get to beat up on Bob, so sign up for our ladies self-defense class.
They get to hit Bob.
Yeah.
It's the only time we allow, and then the Williams. They get to hit Bob.
I don't know. Ever since I just watched this Will Smith view that the Chris Rock, I've just been working on my slap game.
Yeah, you gotta get slap. So we're gonna try, and like I said, I don't know if y'all know that I did announce yesterday. Yeah, I told y'all last week when we did this that we would show that we started private labeling for a company, a firearms company, and they bought a bunch of our magnetics, and we're private labeling with them. We've been working on this deal, and what we want to show you is the name, Kimber.
Kimber.
We're private labeling for Kimber.
Let's say that again. Kimber. I don't think y'all got that.
You got
Kimber.
Anyways, we're private labeling for their K6 2 inches and 3 inches. See, magnetic.
Yeah.
And there's a magnetic. I mean, there's a plate back there. We hung a plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing all their K6s and 2 inch, 3 inch stuff like that.
I know that situation was crazy. Anyway, we won't get into that.
Which one?
She's talking about Will Smith. And
Oh, I know. That
Chris
was
Rock.
wow. I almost think it was fake because I mean, who knew that the Oscars were on? What was it, Sunday night? I don't even know what night they were on.
Like, yeah, I remember seeing stuff about it, but I do know that like their ratings were like down, like
Probably have more people on
on
here than the Oscars shit.
for real. Just don't stop me. I don't want to have to do that kind of stuff to get more views. But I mean, like then again, the way he looked. I know I said I wouldn't get into it, but like the look on his face and the restraint Chris Rock showed. Because there's a part where he's like, "Oh my God!" Like you can tell that man was about to destroy Will Smith's career forever. Which, let's be real, he probably destroyed his own career because I think recently the Academy said that, they're not too happy with him. Anyway, that's not that's beside the point.
But my question is, only in Hollywood could you assault somebody, not go to jail, and then give a love speech. 15 minutes later. Thank you, Sue, very much. It's been a great deal with Kimber.
Yes.
And it's been a great working relationship with Kimber the past several months. We've been working on this, and we've got some other things coming up with Kimber. But right now, we started off, we've got them, they're already on their website. So if you own a K6 2 inch or 3 inch, go to Kimber's website, pick you one up. Got their logo. Same quality as if you buy from us, as if you're buying from Kimber, our holsters. It's the same quality, and we will always keep that quality because y'all expect us to keep that quality, and they expect us to keep that quality. So everything's still Herman Oak, everything's still flowing like normal. We prepared for this, and we are capable of making way more than what we make. So it doesn't interfere with production, it doesn't interfere with quality, it doesn't interfere with anything. We put the time and effort into everything. And everything's smooth, flowing just like it normally would when we picked up Kimber's orders.
Yeah.
The same way. I mean, it's no different. Oh,
just has got Kimber on it. I'm sorry. It's just I don't feel like that many people understand.
I think he's a Kimber fan.
Where's my gun?
I think he's a Kimber. He's like, what do they call them girls that run around and follow bands? What are they called?
A groupie?
Yeah, he's a Kimber groupie. He's even got the long hair. Kimber
oh, get out of here. Oh, I always refer to you as anytime a customer comes in with a Glock, I always refer to Chad as the Glock head because I assure if you have a Glock, that was is it one of the first firearms that you actually try to size, or was it a SIG?
No.
I think it was a Glock.
Yeah.
Possibly. But I assure all Glock sizes will fit perfectly.
But yeah. And HKs.
And SIGs. I'm just talking about where we started.
I'm a big, I love Kimbers. I do. My wife actually carries a Kimber 380.
Yes.
She has been in love with that gun since day one. In fact, she got me. Let me tell you a little story about that. So we poor. We just starting this company. I mean, we're poor. Well, we weren't poor, but we were poor. We were poor. Not poor, but poor. So I go and we're going to buy we're going to buy a shield, right? We're going to buy a shield for photos with our holster. Okay. So we get up at the gun counter and I'm looking at the shield and I'm thinking, man, this thing's expensive. Okay. My wife over there, she's looking at these Kimbers and I'm looking at their Kimbers like, damn, I love Kimbers, but those are nice, very nice guns. But, those are great guns. She picks one up and it's it's their light blue. I don't want to say the T word because they get all upset, that one company, about their blue. She picked it up. She's like, I like this one. I looked at that price tag and I was like, man, it's a pretty gun. I'm not gonna lie. And I looked, And I looked at the price tag and I said, you know how much this is? She looked at me and she says, you can't put a price on my life.
She knew what to say. She knew what to say. She was smart.
Exactly what she said. The guy at the counter handed me that form and said, I guess you're going to be buying this today. I said, yeah, you're right. I guess we are.
Yes, I am.
I love the Shield. I am not going to lie. The Shield is actually the first gen. Is actually my carry gun during the summer. I think I'm going to switch it up this year and go with a revolver. I want to start carrying the revolver a little bit more, J-frame type revolver. But I love the Shield. I love that gun. But
I mean, I don't carry every day, but I got a home defense pistol. It's a Smith & Wesson 915. It's a bit heavy, so I normally don't carry it around. But anytime I'm at home, anytime someone knocks at the door, because I'm never expecting company. Let's be real. If it's after 5 o'clock, I don't want anybody knocking on my door besides family and friends. And every single time the door knocks, and it's hanging on the back of my door because I have a metal door. So it's exactly like this, and it holds. So yeah.
And Eric, you are right. Kimber makes some really nice guns, and man, they're K6 2 inches, and I mean, that is a beautiful gun. I'm not gonna lie. I've never really been a big revolver person, but I really like their K6s, and I mean, and I've got some friends that carry their micro 9s, but they're K6 2 inch, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to start carrying one. Getting into the summer months, is I wanted to carry the 5-round, but I wanted to start carrying a revolver. It weighs a lot less than my Glock, 19 that I usually carry, but it's going to be able to go a little bit better with me with athletic wear, stuff like that, because it's a little bit more concealable than sticking a big hunk of metal. Because I'm fat, guys. I'm fat, and but I don't look like I shop at Baby Gap either. I actually wear shirts that fit me. I mean, you see some of these people out there looking like they shopping at Baby Gap, and yet looking like the Michelin Man. I'm not one of those. I wear clothes that fit me. My wife is probably in the other room dying, going, I cannot believe I let them have a podcast.
Oh, no. I'm over here thinking, like, Shawnalyn, if you're watching, please don't fire me, okay?
She's in the other room going, oh, my God.
I got to find another videographer.
Oh, you can just be my co-host then.
Oh, shit. All right, Chad.
All right. Make sure you go to our website, get you a holster.
Mm-hmm. Or coffee.
Yeah, or coffee. We're doing free shipping on anything over $50.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you can pick you up another coupon code somewhere. I'm sure there's one somewhere. Use it with that free shipping.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Mm-hmm.
And then go out and check out our holsters over at Kimber's website. Kimber's website, go over and check out them holsters, check them out. Especially if you have a K6 2 inch or 3 inch, get you, these are the first ones labeled with Kimber. Get you one of the first ones. So you can say, I had one of the first JM4 tactical holsters with Kimber's logo on it.
Exactly.
Seriously. That sounds like bragging rights.
For real.
To a point.
Yeah, to a point. Yeah. Is there anything? Y'all got any questions for us? Anything? We're going to be going for probably about
I appreciate it, Sue. I really do. And that means a lot. Yeah. And I tell y'all that all the time. This is one of the reasons I'm not a social media person, but this is the reason I do social media a lot with y'all, because I want y'all to know that I don't see you as a number. I see you as a person. I see when y'all comment. I remember sometimes I forget a lot of things. They call it the COVID. What is it called? The COVID memory loss.
Because it's like post-COVID syndrome or something like that.
Because I had that pneumonia really bad back in September.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like bad. And a lot of people, the amount of people that were telling me that they hope I died and my family died kept me alive.
I just think it's ridiculous.
Did you not see the comments?
I think it's ridiculous how many people out there, how many keyboard warriors.
It was awful, people. If you really want to go to my TikTok, scroll back to September when I was on there, and I was doing everything I could. And trust me, that's why you see a 3 second and then it pauses, 3 second, and then it goes the next 3 seconds, because I couldn't breathe.
Mhm.
But I wasn't letting nobody know that, and I was fighting that stuff 100%. But it drove me, because I've learned to take people's negative energy and negative things towards me and turn it into a positive.
Mhm.
And since we've learned to do that, and I've learned to do that, it's like, if you say negative and be negative and you're negative towards me, I'm gonna figure out a way to turn that to a positive.
And then I would
just
be
gonna drive me
yeah.
harder.
And I would be nothing but positive back to you, because let's be real,
That's the nice guy. See, I'm not.
yeah, I am the nice guy. I always tried
You
to
want
make
to go
sure
back to some of my videos? You can tell where I told some people where they could go, and TikTok paid me for it. I don't know how I've not got kicked off there. Go watch some of my videos. You'll wonder how I haven't got kicked off there either.
Fantastic.
I could literally, and I get community violations all the time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They take my video down. All I do is dispute it, and then they put it right back up.
There you go.
I've never had a video on TikTok permanently deleted. Never.
I did.
And I even show stuff in them with pew pews and guns and
pew pews and whatnot.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they like me.
Oh, they're just like, looks like a nice guy. I don't know, unless they're on the computer or whatnot.
Yeah. All right. We're going to try to do this next Wednesday again. We're going to talk about some other things coming up. And we'll give out. And I hope y'all heard about our 3 people that Bob over here is smarter than. So check us out, JM4tactical.com. Go check out Kimber's website. Go look under their new products. Get you one of their new holsters with Kimber on it. Pick you up a bag of coffee. Make sure you get entered into our hunt. Make sure you get the free shipping. You know, we have a lot coming up and a lot going on in April. And I just want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all for being a customer. Thank you for being, following our pages and watching me and him. I don't know, just randomly talk about stuff.
Well, we did have a good subject at first, but then once we got through that,
I was looking at time going, wow, we flew through that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I almost just fell over. Okay, we're good. Okay.
All right. I will see y'all next Wednesday. We're going to do these once a week, and this will be aired everywhere else. Make sure you go check out our old podcast from a few weeks ago about preying on predators, where they come in and helped us how to identify and how to protect our kids from online predators. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, these online creeps.
Mm-hmm.
They're creeps.
All right.
They're nasty. Thanks for watching. Check us out, JM4tactical.com.